It's the best of 5, as I've said. In the bottom left side, we got Red Terran. You see him right there. It's Cure from the Dragon Phoenix Gamers. Best part of the gamers and the dragons. In the top right side, we got ourselves a blue Protoss. He is ZEST from Racial Edge Gamers as well. Surprise, surprise. A lot of gamers inside of the world of esports. A lot of teams thinking they can just call themselves some couple of gamers and then be professional about it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. All comes down to whether or not ZEST can actually win this, or Cure, of course. One of them will lose. It's how competition goes, usually. Sad to say, but it's how the cookie crumbles. It's how the cookie crumbles. Alright, so the SCV over here will be already going for an engineering bay block. That's why I went with the weird curvature around the map. The probe more so just going straight forward to the Terran base. So that's going to try to delay that barracks production. It's not really going to be very successful here, unfortunately for him. It's going to have to do some other type of nuisance with the probe. Going to get on top of that expansion here, it seems. There we go, that's the Zealot coming out of ZEST. Wishing to break down the engineering bay as it is still being produced. Runs away with the probe so far, Cure. Going for a quick factory here instead of the quick command center. Did that get scouted actually? Let me take a gander. Yes, it did. So good information there being gathered by ZEST. He wishes he could start up that Nexus though, of course. Would be a good start. Would be a good start to this series. There it is. Alright, lovely. Brand new start. Brand new start, not to the new year, but, you know, to a new base. It's a similar thing. Similar thing in StarCraft 2. It's probably better to have a new base rather than to have a new year. Because the new year doesn't really do anything for you, right? New base gives you minerals, gives you gas, gives you more ample opportunities to create worker units, which are also very valuable. And that on its own creates more opportunities as well, right? Money makes opportunities. Well, in StarCraft 2, it's minerals. Minerals and gas. Gas, you might say, if you're not familiar with the term. Could be a little bit weird. But, you know, it's kind of like money. But it's, you know, it's a similar kind of green. But you make stuff out of it. So, yeah. That's how StarCraft 2 operates. Right. Good explanation there. We're going into a quick Widowmine aggression for Cure, as ZEST will most likely be throwing down that blink upgrade here. There we are. Is looking to just be kind of defensive for the time being. Only has 2 Stalkers now as well, so I mean a Widowmine drop could do quite so. Actually, is he gonna go for the Widowmine drop? That is a good question here. He's making a lot of Marines as well. Could be something different here. Alright, can try to just get the Marines in the medevac and then send the Widowmines through the front door. That is something else you can do. Or the other way around, right? Send the Widowmines into the main base, send the Marines through the front door. Whichever way Cure wants to try and execute this. Okay, we'll go with the medevac. The Marines are staying home here. Besides that, he needs something at least to protect his own mineral lines. Not a bad call, I suppose. There's no armory or anything like that together combined with this, so will just be the standard Widowmine drop with a factory first, I suppose. But other than that, nothing too crazy. Already a good amount of Stalkers here, so that is going to be a rough time here for those Widowmines. Look at that, one of them not even going to be able to escape that medevac. The burrow and unburrow, trying to get as much value out of this as possible. And that's it. Alright, well, that's 2 probes. Not that much value there, unfortunately, for being obtained by Cure. 3rd base already on the way as well for ZEST here. Will be looking to get himself that even bigger economy. As Cure is kind of Setting up shop still with more barracks. Is that another... Okay, no, that's an engineering bay. I thought for a moment that would be another factory here, but it really is not. You know what? We do have another roof. It's a medevac filled with widow mines. Only 2 widow mines this time around, though. No stalkers here either this time around. There is still that pro pool. So this was very quick with the reaction. Alright, lovely blinkage. And not losing anything at all. Maybe a single probe there with the AoE damage on top of one of the stalkers. But that's it. That's all that it's going to be able to do. Another widow mine drop. Really kind of shooting a blank there. It's not great. Not a positive thing at all. ZEST is just still macroing up like a madman. Up to almost 80... well, sorry, 50 workers. Bit different than 80, isn't it? And ZEST's gonna throw down 5 extra gateways. This is something that we've seen ZEST do a lot of recently, actually. I've been watching him play against Time as well, and this is kind of similar as to what he was doing that time around. And yeah, he likes to stick onto the gateway forces for a long time. He likes to get the storm upgrade with the war prism, stuff like this. Not that committed to the robo attack early on, and a lot of Protoss have been experimenting with this, but I've never really seen a lot of Protoss really be that all successful with it until I saw ZEST kind of really do a number onto the Chinese Terran. Alright, 2 medevacs filled up. That's a lot better than just a couple of widow mines, of course. Interesting. I was going to pick up. I thought he would be able to take a trade there, but we'll be moving out of there. What's that observer? Did he see the observer? Like, his movement was kind of peculiar. It's like he knew there would be an observer there. Which wouldn't be too crazy, honestly. I mean, you would kind of assume that to be an observer, right? There we go. SCV's trying to get out of there. The Zealot warping not going to be successful. And the War Prism just kind of gets out of there. The 2 medevacs. Do they have 2 widow mines? Oh, a single widow mine there. They used to have 2 widow mines anyway. Still hanging about near the main base of ZEST, looking for an opportunity perhaps to try and get themselves into that mineral line there. I mean, not much available for ZEST at the moment anyway to really facilitate any type of defense. He has a shield battery, which is going to buy a little bit of time, but that's about it. There we go. Jumping in. They want to try and take out the Zealots as they're still warping in as well, but just kind of goes for the shield battery and then gets out of there. Still has another attack, of course, on the left side, the 3rd base here. ZEST not really batting an eye at that entire endeavor, though. It's just going to go straight for the Terran base as well. Looking to break the camel's back before the camel really has any straws in it, it seems. Although it is getting some straws here, I suppose. Those Zealots, I'm wondering what they are planning to do. There we go. I'm going to start engaging this force right now. Okay, good trading going on here for Cure as well. On the other side, that is a bit more difficult to say. I think that is going to go his way, though, as soon as those other forces are here. ZEST's going to attempt to get on top of this ramp, but I don't know if that's going to work out for him. That's quite a big, hefty force here. Cure can still pull his workers as well. ZEST pretty much gone at the home front, right? Nothing left anymore. He's sending those 3 stalkers across as well. All his probes are across the field. And let's see, that's a lot more SCVs than probes, that's for sure. Even landing an SC or a Viking there on the other side. Very well played there. Cure takes game number 1. Alright. Okay. Okay. Cheers. So yeah, well played there by Cure. Takes the initial lead in this series right now. Game number 2. Let's load it up as well, shall we? Game number 2 will be played on Death Aura, where, you know, I guess it's the end of times, which sometimes feels like these times as well. Right? Alright, well, anyway, let's just jump right into it. Not a best of 9, it's a best of 5, and you have 0 points. You have 1 point. There we go. There we are. Alright, so in the bottom right side, we got a red Terran player fighting for the Dragon and the Phoenix, and the game he is Cure. In the top left side, the blue Protoss fighting for Racial Edge Gaming. He is nobody else but ZEST. There you go. There you go. Well introduced indeed. So, what's everybody's night been up to so far? Or their day? It's probably not a lot of people that really get to go anywhere, right? Maybe some just tiny family gatherings and stuff like this. I guess the people that are on tiny family gatherings are not right here, right now. But yeah. We got at least our StarCraft family, right? We got ZEST, we got Cure looking out for us. Giving us a good time. They're already in the new year, by the way. Think about that. Isn't that crazy? Asia already in the new year for quite a while now. A couple of hours. Europeans still trying to get there, and then the Americans, if there are any Americans here. The Americans, you know, it's only in the afternoon right now, right? Early morning or late morning and early afternoon, I would imagine. Still got a bit to go. Well, this is quite the greedy build here coming out of Cure. Going for a triple command center. ZEST is... What is ZEST doing here? Just going for the Twilight Council again. I really like this build from Cure. I saw it a couple of times from Time as well. Think at least, right? He should be getting himself the triple barracks with this. It's kind of how it goes. It's what Bjorn has shown the way for all of us and all these Terran folks anyway. I hope you guys don't hear those nasty fireworks. It's supposed to be illegal right now, but people still do it anyway. People still do it anyway. Guess they always have illegal fireworks, right? At least in the Netherlands they do. They drive down to Belgium and then they'll get themselves a ton of fireworks that they're not allowed to sell in this country. That's what they do. That's what gives them their kick. Ooh, one more shot on that adapt will not be happening here. Wow. Won't be fooled again. Yeah! Where's that song go? I won't be fooled again. The Who. What a band. What a great band. Did any of you guys also get the message? Like a couple of my co-workers. Like everybody's sending this message in particular. I'm wishing you a beautiful 2021 in which Corona will only be a beer, Donald will only be a duck, a Diesel will only be a caravan, and something about cheese. I don't know exactly. Positive will just mean, you know, being positive. Isolation only means something that you put in between your walls. Q-tips will only go up your ears in order to clean them out. A mouthpiece will only be worn in case of you know, construction. And then I guess there's some stuff there that is just Dutch, and then there's one that is 1.5 meters will only be the minimal uptake of beer. Is that actually a thing outside of the Netherlands as well? Like, we used to have these planks where you would be able to get yourself a meter of beer, right? And then you would say on the plank itself, like, oh, it's a meter of beer. You would have an entire meter of beer, so there would be holes inside of the plank with all sorts of beer bottles and or like glasses inside of it, where well, that was a meter long, right? So you would have a meter long amount of beer So yeah, they're saying about like 1.5 meters just being the minimal purchase of a beer in the Netherlands right now. Anyway, a little bit of cultural appropriation right there. Hope you guys will appreciate that. What else are we seeing here? More gateways, a robo. Yeah, just regular stuff, right? It makes sense that Kjør's not being all too aggressive right now. He went for the triple command center very quickly. So that's kind of going with the same beat, though, is getting himself a lot of a quicker third as well. He's just going ham on that pro production for the time being. Kind of slowing down at the moment, but will likely have an uptick later on again. Alright, more and more Stalkers coming out. We do have that blink upgrade ready. No extended thermal launch quite yet. Let's see how well these two medevacs will be able to do. Already a new warp in there of Zealots coming in as well. No Zealot charge available, so that always is a bit of a bummer for them. At the same time, still have quite the proportional force on the right side as well. It looks like Kjør is just going to be able to get on top of this, actually. And do quite a nasty bit of damage. Quite a nasty bit of work here being done inside of the Proto space. Another stim forward here through the middle. Is that going to be enough to take out a Colossi with a shield battery? I don't think it will. A lot of Stalkers there as well. You know what? Maybe with the reinforcements, who knows? Let's get the Cyber Core, I suppose. That is already quite good. Was it enough, though? See, workers. Only 4 workers going down. Trade count overall kind of in ZEST's favor. Let's see if we have a third base already, or a fourth base, sorry. Full base already somewhere available. No, we do not. So yeah, Kjør, I don't know, may need to do a little bit more in order to get himself on top of a good spot here. In my eyes, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Funny thing is about ZEST right now in this best of 5, he is playing a lot more robo orientated rather than the storm orientated play. Storms were working out rather well for him against time. Oh, that's a big drop. He is just fully committed to this right now. We'll be able to take out the Colossus and the Stalkers. You know what? No match either. Widowmines, they probably want to get buried into the ground here as quickly as possible. More reinforcements coming up. That should be enough here for ZEST, I think, to hold his own. Yeah, those Marauders are not going to be able to deal with this. Mr. Kjør is going to lose that medevac as well. Is he going to be able to get that to Colossus? Yes, he is. Wow. Okay, well, at least he gets one more, right? Something is achieved there. Trying to get whatever medevacs he can as well. ZEST is here. More of them on the way, so not sure if that was... Well, it's still good, right? It's always good. It's always good to get those medevacs. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think it was the biggest of deals overall, because we already have quite a couple of other medevacs. Now, to be fair, Kjør may have been able to make some other stuff if he wasn't losing those medevacs, of course. So it's always a debate. Always a debate whether or not that was a good thing or not. That's quite a lot of Stalkers here. If he goes for this drop blindly, that is going to be his ticket out of this game right here and into game number 3. Let's wait and see. Okay, there's the scan. It's a good call, really. That could have been his death sentence. He's just going to get out with a couple of units here. Trying to open up the doors for himself in the top side. But yeah, that's nowhere near enough. That is nowhere near enough. The medevac's still kind of stuck here. On the right side, we have more units coming on by. Perhaps looking for a fourth base in this location. There is none, however. I want to burrow a widow mine there. Huh. I guess not. Just kind of wants to have all the widow mines in the medevac so he can get them into the mineral lines, I suppose. Fair enough. Fair enough. Kjør here moving out with more forces on the left side as well. Of course, these medevacs still in full-on vision of the observer here. Medefacts on the top side a little bit less visible. But still probably in the mind's eye of ZEST here. Probably is aware that there is something there. Alright, continuing onwards with the attack here. Again, we have those drop ships on the left side now actually committing forwards. They're going to be quite easily handled, it looks like. The attack on the fourth base, well, the third base, I should say, is going to be met with a... oh, quite a big disruptor shot. And, of course, the shield battery overcharge. Only 6 workers go down so far. Yeah, Cure's not finding a lot of wiggle room here to work with. It does feel like he is quite struggling. Quite heavily struggling. More units. Just get more units out, Cure. That's all we need. That's all we need, Cure. More and more units. Although I'm fairly certain that's the plan for ZEST as well. Which makes it difficult, right? Balance of who gets more units. It's the true game of StarCraft. Is that 3 command centers? Also a fusion core here being built by our red residential Terran player. Kind of interesting, isn't it? I'd say so, yeah. Going just for the Liberator range, it looks like. 4 Liberators at a time, though. That is quite the juicy margins you're going to be working with here. It's going to help out immensely against those Disruptors, that is for sure. And the Zealots, and the Archons, and the Sentries, and the Colossi, and the Starkers. It's a good unit overall. I guess the Starkers least, the least amount, but still pretty darn good. Got some EMPs ready to be shot out at a moment's notice here. Protoss is all fully committed to the right side. There's still a couple of Disruptors and Stalkers on the left here, but with a good stim forwards, I think that should be able to be dealt with by whatever Cure has available in this location here. Liberator's kind of saving the day together with that SimCity here. The 2 command centers really providing some great choke points against those Zealots. Zealots, though, not giving up just quite yet. We'll be looking for an opportunity here. Have a good amount of support anyway, right? Ooh, that's a lot of medefacts now going into the main base of ZEST. ZEST doesn't give a hoot about it, though. Will be continuing onwards with his own push. Medefacts being targeted down by the Stalkers. A couple of Zealots being warped in as well. Only, oh, actually 2 medefacts do survive, so they will be able to just kind of get themselves out of that location here. There we go. Are we going to get a repair going on top of this planetary fortress? No, we will not. That means a lot of these SCVs will be targeted down instead. That's what you get for being lazy at your job. Oh man, these units are quite low. They are incredibly low, actually. So is that 1 medevac. Let's see how many of them really are able to get themselves out of here. Liberators and the rest of the Bioforce is also coming up. Worker count's not that high for either of these players. Oh, this is beautiful. Very well done. All those low HP units all getting targeted down. That's a lot of army supply now going down the drain here for Cure. Quite a lot of money there being invested and thrown into the gutter as he's losing those units rather rapidly. Oh, blinking the other way. Alright, good liberation zones. Just needs to kind of slowly push himself forward. Ooh, good dodge there as well. Just getting better and better at those disruptor dodges, I've noticed. Ooh, it's starting to get nasty here. So starting to be pushed up against a wall. But to be fair, he always can decide to just go around it. Or just jump right on top of it as soon as the Liberators are trying to siege further forwards. Okay, does get 2 of them. Takes out quite a bit of his own army as well to boot, though. Zealots going in for a counterattack. Again, getting a good amount of the SCVs right now. It's not that many SCVs remaining, only 40 of them. Kind of a disturbingly low amount. Alright, Bio Forces. This is a scary army here by ZEST. He has 6 Colossi, by the way. It's not something you see every day. Okay, another Disruptor does get shot down. 2 more, actually 3 more take its place. Looking to go further forwards once more. It's a lot of firepower in those Disruptors, as well as the Liberators, of course. But you know what, with this flank, I'm fairly certain ZEST will be taking this one as cleanly as he can. Well done indeed. Yeah, kind of on the back foot, has to go back home again. ZEST in an absolutely wonderful, advantageous position. 80, actually 106 army supply right now. Warping in more units. All coming in from the back side here. No Warp Prism available, but that Planetary probably won't be available for very much longer either. Colossi coming in. Great mechanism to shoot down those SCVs as they are trying to repair. More units on the right side. Good Disruptor shot there, zoning it away. Liberator needs to be handled though, of course. Is doing quite a bit of damage still. But yeah, GG is called. ZEST takes game number 2. Ties up the series. Alright. Not bad there. ZEST going tit for tat. We'll be able to keep up with the Dragon, the Phoenix Gamer Man Cure. And yeah, settles the score. Ensures that you know, he will not be completely put to the wayside. As we are jumping into game number 3. Best of 5. Both players have 1 point on the boards already. We have a barracks here being built across the map by this red Terran here. Dragon Phoenix Gaming Cure. And his opponent, the man of scouting and information. He's the Blue Protoss. Raise Your Edge Gaming, ZEST. Alright, well, cancelling that barracks actually, and then just plopping it down back at home. That's never a good start here for the Terran. That slows down absolutely everything. It's going to try to delay his opponent as well with an engineering bay block here. May as well, right? May as well try to get something to work out for you. As this SCV is already here anyway. Doesn't look like it's going to get anything more done than that though. It's a very, very slight delay. And I'm not even sure if it is a delay, really. It's 25 supply, or minerals there. Extra in the bank. I guess he had to start with a cybernetics core, right? Instead of a Nexus. Nor getting a second gas or anything else like that. Really not being forced into anything here. Mostly being forced into a safe opening, I suppose, right? That's the one thing he's being forced into. Alright, barracks into the factory. Wondering if we're going to get a reactor there on that factory as well. Yeah, there is a reactor on the way, so let's see if we get the reactory. The factory and the reactor together. And then the question is, of course, Hellions or Widow Mines? What are we going to have today? Both are very fantastic at dealing with probes. I think Widow Mine's a bit more versatile at later on defenses or offenses, right? As soon as you start to try and do other stuff. Well, even going to proxy the starport, similar to the Stargate here that is being proxied by ZEST. Fairly similar location there. ZEST not going to be able to scout it out though, of course, with the full wall going on here for Cure. It's kind of funky to see Cure going for a very, very heavy eco build and then just straight back into a very kind of aggressive builds overall, right? Maybe this does just suit his playstyle a lot better. That could be the case. Alright, first Oracle. Here we are. Let's follow that bad boy around, shall we? Come on, then. Oh, getting on top of those Marines. Don't see that every day. I mean, you can do it, so if you can do it, why the hell not, right? Why the hell not? Well, I guess there are 4 Hellions coming into your main base. This could be a quick one, guys. This could be an extremely quick one. Hellions do an immense amount of damage, especially when they are not being scouted. There we go, 2 kills. That's 4. That's 7. It's going to keep going like this for a while. Even with the Phoenix picking up one of the healthy Hellions here. We still have 3 of them remain. Alright, there's the first pickup going into the natural. Let's see how he does here. Okay, yeah. This is where it starts being problematic. With the shield battery, of course. Only having 2. No longer will there be a one-shot. So, 15 workers. That is very, very admirable. And it's going to go in with a Widowmine drop straight afterwards. Was not expecting that one. But yeah, only 26 workers remaining here. As Kjør also only has 24, but then again, he really delayed his command center by an enormous amount. It's still not even there, right? He's going for a full, straight-up one-base build here, it seems. Cyclone on the way with the lock-on ability. Still making the lower tier, one at a time, tech units out of the starport. What do we have over here? Still just a single Stargate. Okay. No warp-in location, or at least quick warp-in location being made over there. Just quite yet. Always sounds weird, this Cyclone, to me. But I think he will be able to force a cancel here on top of that third base. Is he going to go for it? Will be going to try and get himself the trade going instead. I mean, that's going to be twice as good if that works out now, of course. And yeah, wow, it really is. GG already caught there. ZEST tapping out. It's game number 3. And yeah, Kjør taking another point on the board. Reclaiming the initial lead that he had obtained before. And, yeah, setting up for a match point play here. Let's see what happens in game number 4. Game number 4, ZEST versus Kjør. Wow. Wow. Sometimes, guys, sometimes I even disappoint myself. Guys. Alright. Here we go, guys. Ready? Game number 4. In the top left side, Blue Protoss, he is known as the Raise Your Edge gamer, ZEST. Bottom right side, the red Terran player for the Dragon Phoenix gamers, he is Kjør. Ooh. Lovely. Kjør has been doing relatively well. Same can be said for ZEST, of course. ZEST doing quite the number. Starting to get better and better again. He had a bit of a slump recently, but I promise you, he is looking ever so fine again. The insides meet the outside once more. Truly has the capabilities of pressing all the buttons that he needs to win a game of StarCraft 2 against anybody he would like to. He's proving it here once again. Kjør going for the 2 racks opening. Could be a quick third CC, or could just be him trying to do the 2-1-1. That is a possibility as well. Bit more aggressive, that one. And ZEST gonna go for the proxy Stargate here, trying to get himself secure up on that high ground. Maybe do some economic damage with an Oracle, I would assume, right? Void Race in a situation like this is still a bit of a gamble. Still a bit of a gamble. That's the 2 Reapers. There's not much here, is there? Alright, there's the Stalkers. Second Stalker comes out as well at the same time. Ooh, nice double nade there, being able to pick off another one of the probes. We'll be able to get a third, but... I mean, did he get to see what he needed to? Not really. Not really. No information really being gathered there. But I guess he knows about 2 Stalkers, right? That is something. That is something. There comes the Oracle now. The Oracle, when it gets made, it kind of sounds similar as a hallucinated Phoenix when he flies out. They do have a bit of a similar sound, don't they? Who knows? Maybe they have the same sound, the Phoenix and the Oracle. Blink. What a surprise, Zest. What a surprise. Goes for the blink every single game as soon as he can. Oracle on that high ground there, of course, quite difficult to spot. We'll have to lift up a building or wait for the starports to have sent out some helping units. That's an armory on the way, by the way. Trying to get himself the quick Widow Mine. I suppose the hidden when being burrowed attribute. Zest just warping in more units. Biding his time with that Oracle. Waiting for those Marines to just leave the facility. Go on the offensive. Now in a bunker. Not a great start overall. Alright, there we go. Okay, it's just gonna go for the zap. For a moment I thought he may go for the status trap. Status trap can be quite a handful to deal with as well for a Terran. Can cost a lot of money if you get status traps on top of your workers. Status trap, by the way, I don't know if I've already told you guys, but status trap just one of the best abilities in the game, isn't it? I do think it is one of the best abilities in the game. It's just one of those abilities that can have a massive impact or no impact at all. It is counterable. It takes a long time to set up, which makes it counterable, right? There's definitely some clear weaknesses. But then it can be game deciding and it can be game ending on its own. At the same time, of course, if you just prepare for it, if you know it's going to be a possibility, then you're going to be able to deal with it rather well. It's a lot of probe kills there. 7 of them dying in one shot there by that one Widow Mine. Quite nice to see. So a lot of Stalkers here trying to get rid of a Widow Mine that they are not quite seeing. There we go. I was thinking, when is he going to use Revelation? He's just not going to use it at all, is he? Did he forget about the Widow Mine there? Could be the case, but not really the case. Was just waiting for the cannon to finish up right there. Alright, more Widow Mines. Wow, this man just does not know when to quit. There we go, 3 more kills just like that. Cancelling his own third base. That's a bit of a bummer, of course. And that's a lot of Stalkers, actually. That is so many bloody Stalkers. That is ridiculous. In fact, I think... Okay, there's the rest of the army of Kjør. I was like, he has a pretty solid army count. Oh, even a status trap. Wow. That is not supposed to work like that. I just put it in between the 2 bases. And yeah, it still just kind of worked. Quite a few probes also going down on the other side of the map. Of course, we still want to have ZEST being able to use the mass recall at some point. But wants to do as much damage as possible before we hit that timing here. Getting rid of more and more Marauders that are being produced one at a time here. SCV is also having a bit of struggle. They are engaging first without the help of those bio units here. Just slightly behind them. ZEST may not have as many workers, but he still has an enormous presence in the base of the Terran. Look at that micro, beautifully done. Just moving further and further back whenever he needs to. More SCVs go down. I think this may be the end, guys. This may be the end of times here for Cure in game number 4, because how in the world are you going to salvage this situation? Look at that. Even his natural base completely overrun by the probes. The probes, I mean, they still have a nexus. Probably do want to try and get that nexus secured in order to ensure that they still are capable of mining here. But there is a widow mine there as well, so who knows what will be able to be achieved there. Army supplies still in favor for Cure, to be fair. For how much longer? I don't know exactly. A lot of probes just kind of working out the problems here. Working out the kinks. Of course, I mean, with the base turret situation, we still have ZEST with a couple of buildings here in the middle of the map as well. Cure is able to just lift up and leave, which is also quite the hassle to work with. Alright, ZEST has been revealed. His bases will be shown until he gets himself another nexus here somewhere, which he doesn't have the money for, so he's in a lot of trouble here. Command center going to the top right side. Do we even have a Phoenix or anything of the sorts? Man, this game is going rather crazy. This game is going rather crazy. This could very well become a tied situation. I guess we can still make a Phoenix, right? I think ZEST wants to make a Phoenix or maybe even a Void Ray. I think the Void Ray would be a better call. How many kills? 7 kills on that widow mine as well. Only 2 recently, but still. Alright, Cure knows that he has to start implementing a plan here. Has to start getting this command center on the ground and start mining with the mules. Of course, mules can't attack, so the probe free to do whatever the hell he wants to. It's not like he has anything important to do anyway. And that's gonna start getting on top of the production facilities once again. Not gonna allow the Terran to recuperate, replenish his forces. The Stalkers with the blink upgrade, they have grown so much in power right now. It is rather ridiculous. Ooh, that is a big attack right now. Those Marines, Marauders, and a couple of Widow Mines jumping straight on top of the unit, the buildings that are still available here. Alright, ZEST, will he be able to get rid of all of it? He will. Will he be able to get rid of the rest of the bases as well? Oh, he still has 3 workers here. One of them over here. Can put down another pylon and start making that that Phoenix in order to ensure all Void Ray, to ensure that he will not be stopped to do anything here. Needs to get another pylon now. Just like dot dot. So how do we do this? Do we actually have a tie? Uh-oh. What's going on here? Sirmi? No wait. Pulsaso. Mani Gori Go. I don't know what they're saying. I know how to pronounce what they're saying, but that's about it. Alright, so yeah, I think Mr. Cure's like, do we have a tie here? Do you have anything that can shoot me in a corner? And ZEST does have the money for it, right? So just has to start making a Phoenix or a Void Ray. Right, this is enough money for a Phoenix or a Void Ray. Am I crazy? That is enough money for a Phoenix or a Void Ray, right? Oh, he doesn't have the pylons! He's gonna have to shoot his own units here in order to free up supply. That's crazy. That is mental. He's killing his own probes right now. Oh, that is ridiculous. Wow. Are you joking me? You're just like, well, alright. Is that it? Matisse is like, lol, 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 lol. Alright, the stalkers get rid of each other. 8 out of 8 supply right now for ZEST. We'll be able to make that Void Ray, it seems. Has it on the production tab. Kid's still like, do we tie? ZEST is like, no. And just like, alright, GG then. That's a weird game. That's a very weird game. Getting that victory there for ZEST. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Was not expecting that anymore. It's a rather weird situation, but you know what? ZEST found a way to victory there in that final bout. That means we're gonna go into game number 5 here, the ace match between both of these players right now. Let's see what they're up to, shall we? Shall we? I think we shall. Score is 2-2 in the bottom left side. Man getting 2 gas and proxying a Rex. He is Cure from the Dragon Phoenix Gamers. In the top right side, we got ourselves a blue Protoss player fighting for the Raise Your Edge Gamers. He is ZEST. Lovely, lovely. There's a lot of ambulances still going around, which is really sad because fireworks were made illegal in the Netherlands because of the overcrowding due to COVID already. And now I'm hearing a lot of ambulances just going around trying to pick up people that probably had a bit of a firework accident, right? I'm not even sure, like, is that... Do people here like fireworks? I don't, you know, I myself, I'm not a big fireworks fan. You know, sometimes a nice fireworks show, it's nice to watch and all, but overall, I really don't feel the need to shoot any fireworks myself, if you know what I mean. This is a weird pylon here, ZEST. I have to admit. I'm not quite sure. Is he trying to... What is going on here? Overall, we have a Reaper in the main base of ZEST. What in the world are they doing? I guess ZEST is trying to freak out Cure. He's making a pylon here, being like, yeah, that's right. That's right. You better watch out, buddy. You better watch out, pal. I might be doing something crazy. And then, meanwhile, he's just kind of getting killed off out of his own base. That Reaper... Oh, the Reaper gets surrounded! That's not supposed to happen. Oh, you're joking! Come on, the repair. Still getting there in time. It's a crazy bit of micro there by ZEST. He made pylons to block the repair on the bunker as the Zealot is on this side of the bunker. So he may have been able to take care of it, but now that's the Reaper inside. Still able to shoot the Stalker here. That's rough. Another Reaper does come out of the bunker. He's sending it back home, though. I suppose with that shield battery, there's not much you can do. At least, for a long time, there's not much you can do. Ooh, that's still getting that Nexus down. You're getting a bit greedy. Probably just should have jumped right on top of it instead of starting to do damage already to the probe. I guess he still gets the probe, though, right? Not staying greedy, though. We'll be able to get the heck out of there with that Reaper. As both players are getting themselves the natural base. Just getting himself a couple of Widow Mines as well. So also a Starport. So very likely to get ourselves a bit of Widow Mine drops. Widow Mine drops, you know what? Always a good chance to do a lot of damage against any type of Protoss, right? Never a bad call, as they say. The lone barracks on his return journey home. Doing the fly of shame. We don't want to know what he did last night with those Protoss units, but probably was disgusting. Which it was, really. I mean, 7 workers killed right there. That's already... Whew. If that ain't disgusting, I don't know what is. That's what my grandpa always said about barracks flying across maps and taking out a lot of probes with a Reaper. Alright, that's the first Widowmine drop with the medevac. We'll be looking to get that damage dealt, of course. We have an Oracle about for ZEST. There's also a first Phoenix now, second Phoenix, I think. With a bit of chronoing, maybe able to able to arrive here before that medevac does in the main base. I don't think we are getting chronoed though, so still just kind of chilling. Pickup would be good here. Yeah, it's not going to do any damage, is it? Yeah, Kyr's like super depressed right now. He's like, oh god. I was trying so hard. This could be good though. Come on, just one more shot there with that Hellion. Oh, doesn't quite get it. 3 workers killed. That is quite the investment there for Kyr to try and get 3 workers killed. I mean, it's 10 in total. That one Reaper on its own doing more than double the amount of damage than 2 Reapers, the Hellion, and 2 Widowmines in the medevac were able to achieve there as a group effort. So, kind of showcases the importance of timing and location, right? Opportunities only present themselves occasionally. That's not just a StarCraft 2 thing, that's an entire life thing, right? Sometimes opportunities present themselves and it's up to you to try and make use of them. Sometimes, you know, you do everything right. You got Widowmines in the main base, you got Hellions and Reapers in the natural, and you're just not going to get anything done. Why? Well, because the opportunity just wasn't there, unfortunately. Again, good bit of a reference to the real world there, in a way. Alright. Getting a bit deep here on 2020. The 2020, end of 2020 stream. This will be the last stream I do, actually, on 2020. That's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy deep. Even more deep than the previous thing I said. Probably not as deep, but still. For me, it felt impactful, right? Meaningful. I'll be back tomorrow as well, by the way. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. But it won't be a 2020 stream anymore, so you'll be missing out on that if you're not here right now. Kyr, what are you doing right here with that force of units? Quite a couple of Marines there with the siege tanks will be moving out. I have seen this before, actually, from Innovation. This is the attack that Innovation likes to do now as well, with the timing attack. I'm not sure if he uses the medevacs there as well with them. I think that may be a little bit of a different take on this entire stratagem. So Raven here also. That Raven, great interference matrix, of course. We'll be able to get rid of that Colossus firepower. As the siege tanks are in a bit of trouble due to the force fields here. Still quite a couple of force fields to remain as well. No force fields to make life difficult, at least for ZEST here. Oh, sorry, for Kyr. Suppose also for ZEST if he messes them up and then force fields himself. But then he has a Colossus to walk over them, right? Should be okay. Siege tank starting to shoot down the shield battery. Just probably wants to target it down, actually, with that shield, the siege tank. But not gonna do that just quite yet. Another interference matrix does take place. But it looks like ZEST will be able to clean this up here with the help of that shield battery. Really do think it's a waste that he was not targeting that down. Still getting quite a bit of value here overall, I suppose. Actually, wait a moment. Wait a moment. Wow, I thought he had this, but he is still crumbling here at the seams there. It's definitely cracks in the armor here. As ZEST suddenly not having any units anymore. Outside of a single Colossus here with 4 Zealots. Against the 3 siege tanks and a reasonable sized Terran bio army. I was not expecting Kure to move further backwards with that siege tank. Now we have a Viking, just 2 of them actually, being able to just shoot away at the Colossus. And there you have it. GG is called. Kure takes game number 5. We'll be able to